Hello, 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 hello. I'm streaming once more. I'm definitely going to delete the previous stream in just a second. Hopefully everything works. Is everything working? A lot of technical difficulties. Those are probably the bane of my existence as a wizard. But we're all good. Here, I'm deleting the previous stream so no one will ever confuse it for the true stream. Okay, now we're set. Now we're set for real. Hello? Hello, hello? Oh, yes. So happy to have you here, friend. Okay. Lateralus. Is that how you say it? I'd like to pronounce it correctly for the future. All right. Well, happy that you are here. I just don't know where to go at this point. So I know there's the Iron King DLC. I also know that there is another King DLC of some kind. Well, is it the Iron King or the crime? Yes, well, whichever one is not the Sunken King, that's where we're heading. And I don't really know where to go at this point. So if y'all could perhaps direct me. Crit Multiplier, my dear friend. So happy to have you here. Joy, we just had to restart the stream due to some technical issues, but now it's more or less sorted out for now, I think. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, that works. Glorious. Lateralus. Crit, this is Lateralus. They are our new voice. It seems like the legions are growing, which is always a great sign. Yes. Wi-Fi, hello. I suggest a training montage before the next DLC. Okay, I suppose it can be done. We could probably do a training montage, although I would like to start the DLC today, so however you imagine the training montage, I'm open to it. Lateralus says first key for the Iron King DLC is in the Iron Keep. Oh gods, okay. Top 10 places I never want to return. I'm just going to teleport there for now while we're talking. I have a feeling I might know where it could be. I expect it's probably in lava. That seems very characteristic of Iron Keep. Like, not there, maybe. Maybe that over there looks like a place where I would find the Iron Key. Like, is that not totally like the place I would have to go? Oh, let me see if there's perhaps a way that I can go. Also, can I still get invaded here? I don't think I've really considered this. Here. If I die, that's okay. I didn't mean like that. That wasn't my intention. I meant to do a little running start there, but instead I perish, unfortunately. You might have it already, says Lateralus. I don't know why I want to say Laurentis every time I see your name, just because how far my monitor is. My bad. Lateralus. Oh yeah, it's a cool name. Are you a wizard yourself? It feels like it. Okay, check your inventory first. Okay, let's take a look. Does that look like I have the iron? I have an iron key. I have a door to the Iron Keep, which I don't necessarily know if that's to the DLC. And then I have other ones. Yes. Wi-Fi says, I was just going to point you towards some quick upgrades. Oh, interesting. You can be invaded almost anywhere, no matter what. That's cool. I like to see that. I feel like the multiplayer opportunities in these games, at least the other Souls games, are few and far in between. So that's nice to see. Okay, also, I'm just going to let you ignore that. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. That was an excuse for me to talk to the voices more. Yes. Also, how's my audio? Is my audio today at all too quiet, too loud? Am I too far from the mic? I just want to make sure we have that sorted out before we're really too deep in the adventure. Gosh. Also, Lateralus, as you can see, I'm not particularly incredible at Dark Souls. So, yeah. The next key you need is in the Cardinal Tower in the Forest of Giants. Okay. Okay. So, it looks like I have it. The iron key is what you need to get the DLC key. Oh, that's fair. All right, I guess I didn't. Well, I'm still curious now. What is over there? I have to find out. Not that bad. We can probably go on and move on. Yeah, for sure. So neither am I, says Lateralis. I'm assuming you're talking about the skill level. So I don't know. Maybe I should like treat my life as a little more finite than it actually is. I think when it comes to, you know, all the revivals and all the infinite returnals in Dark Souls where you just keep coming back no matter what, kind of does make you devalue life as a whole, since you can just spend your life as though indeed life is a game, and you can just go back and fix your mistakes, which I don't know how Dark Souls uses that necessarily, but Bloodborne, man, Bloodborne really wonderfully like dehumanizes the human body through that repetition. But that's a story for another day. If you've seen my essay, you might know what I'm talking about. But Crit Multiplier says he's lying. He's pretty good, especially for a new player. Well, thanks, Crit Multiplier. You're kind. You're I appreciate you saying that. You need in the Carl Towers. Okay. Wifehead says head back to the Last Giants boss arena. There's a door. Oh my gosh, you're so right. How did I completely forget that? All right. I mean, that brings me back literally. That's been certainly a minute. Wow. And hello to anyone new joining. I'm just a wizard making my way through Dark Souls 2 for the very first time. At this point, well, let's tell you what, once we get a little more people in here, I will do the classic rundown of my goals as a wizard, because there are, in fact, I do have, in fact, a purpose in this world that I'm trying to find, and that's 5 goals, of which one right now is in a very precarious situation. One is finding a cool wizard hat and fulfilling the wizard aesthetic, but allegedly, according to Crit Multiplier, I have to kill a man to do that. And while I wasn't really against that previously, lately the morality has been, I don't know, questionable behind such an action. I'm no longer sure if I have it in me to do it. And we just opened the iron key. Sick. Okay. Is that the DLC? I guess we'll find out. Let's see what everyone's saying. Lateralus says, I or someone else can be specific as to where the other key is if you want to find it yourself. Or what wife had said. Well, you see, I am more or less comfortable with being told where to go for specific details like that, partially because I don't know. I guess it seems like because there's. I guess quite a few of y'all watching, and I can be pretty blind sometimes, so I'd rather know where to go as opposed to being, say, stuck in a single location forever because I don't see something or just don't know where to go. Okay, this is cool. Do you guys want me to go here? I presume that's what we're doing, and what a magnificent creature. Oh gosh, okay. Enough of that. Oh, that's a lot of health you have there. I don't know if we're gonna fight him. Maybe not for a minute. We're just gonna leave that salamander thing alone. Oh, dude, okay. Wow, that's crazy. You really are just taking up the whole way there, huh? Alright, well, we're, I guess, for now not going there. Perhaps I'm going to use some dark orbs to annihilate that creature, but in a moment, yes. Literalis says, get the key here and head back to the bonfire that the old Iron King boss arena. Sorry, what's that? Get the key here and here. Oh, I see, so there is a key here. Could this be it? Red eye orb, that's not the key. Okay. I guess that's the quest now. We're finding it. Oh, I sure think I found a key of some kind. And I've been here before, but I won't be going there. And you know what? We might as well head back. We got the key for now. We'll come back to the salamanders later. Yes. Goodness. All right. Okay, yeah, these are not that magnificent. I'm assuming you're talking about the salamanders. Yeah, no, they're cool, but yeah, no, not being able to make my whip like just around them is a little unfortunate. I guess we're going to the idle place. Would you say this is a good order for the DLCs we're about to do? The DLC keys are extremely hidden if you have no idea where they are. It would probably take us all stream to find just one if you had no hints. Huh. Well, I in that case even more, I deeply appreciate your assistance, you guys. Okay. So, I guess we're just beginning the DLC. I think that might be what's happening now. In which case, YFAT, if you wish, you can join me. Probably a little into my attempt with the DLC. That's satisfying. I love to see that. It did not used to be that easy. It took absolutely forever to find this ladder back in the day. Okay. Alright, so I am hoping to, during the stream, perhaps talk, as I mentioned before, maybe talk a little bit about, I guess, like the genre of like Gothic. I've been really enjoying rewatching Nosferatu recently, and it just made me think a lot about, I guess, how vampire media is like done, I suppose, or how how the whole, I guess, Gothic genre like works. That could be fun, potentially, but maybe the DLC will spur another route of conversation. And I guess this must be the DLC route, huh? The other DLC we accessed through a similar kind of snake contraption. So I guess that's probably where we're about to head. Okay. Crit Multiplier says the flower is kind of hard to miss. All the other keys are hard to get XD. The flower. Do I have a flower key? I guess I do have a flower key. Frozen flower. Do we want to do that? Do we want to... Do you guys crave one or the other? Okay, there you go. Have fun. Okay, well, screw it. I guess fate has called us towards this door. The voices have told me to go here first, so that's what's going to happen, I suppose. I appreciate the have fun warnings. In these games, have fun is most certainly a watch your back, prepare to suffer. So, exciting times. Okay. All right, moving on forward, and that's cool. That's really pretty. Oh my gosh. That was startling. You tell you what, this game, I think, unlike the other Souls games, does an exceptionally good job with portraying the height of things or making things feel, yeah, I guess very giant / very high up in the air. Where like the dragon area, this area, then like ascending to that massive windmill, all that had I guess a very great sense of like being far and being very high above. Like the wind effects here, the particle effects really add to the atmosphere in a way I don't think I've experienced in the other Souls games. Like this feels like a very dynamic area to be in. I think about Dark Souls 3, and with Dark Souls 3 you had the giant dragon resting on a mountain, and that was cool and stuff, and it was like really far away, but this whole area actually feels like a peak as opposed to the just feeling like there are far horizons, and that looks pretty cool. I like that. I like things with very long distended limbs. Smelter wedge. I guess we'll discover what that is about in a second. Wi-Fi says best to do the DLCs in order. I see. So I guess I presume this is in fact the order. So let's go ahead and do that. Brume tower time, says crit multiplier. I've little expectations for what that might mean, so I guess we'll see what fate has in store. And Wi-Fi says this game shows scale really. Yeah, for real, dude. Like, this is really precarious. It worries me that I'm pretty sure we're gonna end up going over there. So, all right. Ugh. I do like playing this game with no HUD, because that does, I think, really add to the atmosphere. Not seeing all the stats all the time. That kind of reminds me of the kiln of the first flame from Dark Souls 1. You know, as you approach it, it's like this weird spiraling structure with a background, kind of a light background that's also not particularly clear, very adjacent to that. But this is like a kind of an industrial location almost. The Brume Tower. Oh, it's literally called the Brume Tower. Very cool. I thought it was like a meme name or something, but I guess Brume Tower it is. Okay. Well, I'll take that immediately. Hope those aren't actual shadows. No, I guess they aren't. Okay, those are just players. That's always a good sign. I feel like this game has been the one that has made me feel like the most like concerned about seeing a transparent shape. I mean, that's really cool. I fear what this might be, though. Okay. Can I... Oh? Smelter wedge? Okay. Sick. I like how that's intuitive to me. That's badass. Okay. Soul of Nadalia, the Bride of Ash. Okay, let's give that a shot. I don't know what that would be about. Where, though? Do I have it? So, yeah, there we go. Okay. Soul of Nadalia, the Bride of Ash, who renounced her flesh and wandered Brume Tower. When Nadalia came to this land, the king she sought was no longer there. Dispirited, she forsook her own soul and clung to the heirlooms of the old king. This is the only fragment of a soul and cannot be used in this state. Oh, I see. So we gotta actually get the full... Gotta get the full soul fragment. Alright, understood. Quest continues. Huh. It's always like startling to see gears in these games, because you kind of like think of these games as being set in a medieval setting, but I guess they had gears back then. Just these feel especially industrial with how like massive and metallic they are. But maybe I don't know the full history of gears. If anyone can enlighten me, I'd love to know. Okay. What? Okay, no one said anything yet. Okay, good. All right, dexterity ring. Won't be needing that. Yeah, probably not for a while. Okay. So, I guess right now the lore is that this is a kind of a fiery location that is smelting stuff and has a lot of gears. That's the best I can say for now. I'm sure it'll be more revealed as we go on through. Old growth balm. I don't think we need that just yet. Try jumping, but sorcery. That was confusing. Okay. Won't be going there just yet. First enemy, first actual enemy. All right. So far, so good. I'm not too scared of this area, although surely it will all escalate. I really feared that this was gonna collapse. The edge would have just given out underneath me, but alright. Also, as you can see, I am wearing armor, which is atypical. Atypical for a wizard to do, I think. And this is largely a temporary solution. I don't intend to do that too often. Okay, wait. Okay, I can afford it. Yes. And sometimes I forget that I'm a wizard here. Oh, sorry, I have to focus for just a second. Good enough. You know what? We should activate a human effigy. It's been a minute. Good to start a stream with a good human effigy. Lateralis says, "Lol, just wait." Not too scared. How says Crit Multiplier. Man, you guys know how to make me feel like I'm on a safe path forward and nothing terrible is going to happen to me. Very cool. Large soul of a proud knight. Fair enough. I don't think I really need any dragon charms. The dragon charms were here only really for the battle with Sin, and since you weren't there for that, Lateralis, the battle with Sin was it was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that boss fight for a dragon that was actually shockingly well designed. In the end, YFAT actually joined in battle, and the battle ended much quicker as a result. I think I tried it for like an hour and a half. I think I got maybe like halfway through, and then summoned YFAT, and together we knocked the thing out. And that was one of my favorite memories so far in the game. I think the team ups have been actually some of my favorite moments in Dark Souls so far. So hopefully might happen again. We'll have to see. Also, Crit Multiplier says the wizard has no regrets. Confidence is key. Yes, that's true. I respect that. I think that's how it should be. It's like, at worst, it's not really regrets. It's just looking back at a past and I don't know, just changing what I do in the future. I think I'm still slightly uncertain of what exactly it is that happened between me and the. Also, we just got a +7 scythe. What? That's cool. That's really cool, actually. Scythes are sick. Do we have any reason to wield it, though? That I don't know about. And since I can't immediately find it, we're just gonna skip on past that and proceed forward. Recently, well, the first time I encountered the Pardoner, I put that man to his death, partially for ideological conflicts, and I justified it as a duel, but now I don't know. The Paladin's been harassing me over and over and over throughout my journey. The Paladin being YFAT. YFAT frequently has invaded us. And now I'm thinking about it, and perhaps it was an error of some kind to go ahead and kill the Pardoner so quickly without too much consideration. And that's good to see. Okay. How much do my Great Soul arrows do? That's not great. I don't like that. I don't like that either. I think this could be the end. Could this be the end? This was the end. Okay. Oh, look at how charred these guys are. That looks... Or they look like especially charred hollows, which is... I don't know, maybe on theme with the area. We're walking through a lot of ash. So I guess that tracks. Okay, I don't think it's going to be particularly difficult to make our way back here. Let's see, can I just walk? I can just kind of walk. Yeah, I didn't lose too many souls there in the process, but now we know. That's an option. Thank you, friends. Crit Multiplier says, the opposing forces teaming up, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, kind of thinking. Yes. It's every time it happens, it's really been a blast, I think. Thank you for being a part of that. Waffet says the DLCs have some pretty upgraded equipment. Great for SL1 runs. I see. Okay. I guess we'll have to experiment with that. Okay. Now I'm just gonna keep walking for now. I think for a while I'm gonna keep using Merlin's Bane, my current sword. Merlin's Bane it's It's proven to be useful on many occasions, confident with how fast I can wield it. And it's also nice how fast I can switch between my different staffs mid-combat. So, yeah, that works out. Also, maybe I should... I think I'm gonna have to kill these guys again, and so they don't just follow me. But now I'm more or less confident about how they actually work, so I'll give it another shot. 1 second. So my relationship with hexes has been strange throughout my journey. I initially thought them to be like the great cure-all to magic, just wonderfully, I guess, powerful spells, but since... sorry about that, this guy's a little crazy. I should have not just tanked him there, that's unfortunate. As I was saying, since I started over-relying on shadow orbs, there's been a realization that perhaps hexes are kind of dangerous in terms of how complacent they make me. So I try to limit my spells generally. In fact, let me actually make sure my spells are limited. Right now, I have Homing Soul Arrow for some reason. One of the, I don't know, probably more useless spells that I've found so far. You know what actually could be cool, though? It could be fun to equip one of these and see where it leads me. And then also equip my sword. Yes. Great Soul Arrow. That'll do. That'll do, for now at least. I don't use pyromancies. I know it's atypical for wizards, but I think I don't have much need of them, and I'm still not confident enough with fire to actually make it effective, so I'm just going to stay away from that for now. Let's see, what's everyone saying? Crit Multiplier says, Merlin's Bane has not let you down so far. A great tool for this journey. Yeah, seriously, dude, it's been actually... I don't know, I love how quick it is compared to a lot of weapons, and it is just so light. Like, yeah, let's just destroy this man. It's beautiful. I wish it did just a tiny bit more damage, and maybe that means I should just level up my strength one more time. And after that, I'd be able to one-shot people consistently. We'll see. Wifehead says the hexes are becoming an allegory for modernity at this point. Well, that's interesting. I like that. There's a cool reading for us to discuss. Okay, I'm curious, Wifehead, could you elaborate a little more on that? I feel like I get what you're saying, but I am very curious to hear how you would go about explaining it. Like, when I think modernity, I just think of like, oh, the idea of like progress as a virtue. That's the nature of modernity. And so you saying that hexes are, I guess, an allegory for modernity. I guess is intriguing. I don't know how they are necessarily progress, although... Oh, okay, well, I kind of see it. Yeah, maybe like they are making our lives too easy. Yes, that's right. The progress is making us complacent, and as a result, we are, I guess, in a traditional sense, seen as somehow lesser for not having skills that technology does for us. I don't know. At the same time, if that's what you mean by modernity, I guess I can see the argument for sure. But I'd be curious to see what you mean. They're making the wizard's life way too easy. Yeah, I mean, Dark Souls is an interesting thing to explore that theme in, because ultimately, you know, Dark Souls, I don't think really often gets too easy, at least in the first playthrough. But yeah, no, I do think I think for me, yeah, what happened was, it's not that they made my life actually too easy. No, I think I've maybe been misspeaking a little bit. They made my life really not that stylish. And as a wizard, the whole point is to have the cool aesthetic of a wizard, to actually embody that image that you think of when, well, you think the word wizard. And with the orb, just spamming the orb doesn't really let you do that effectively. You kind of just spam the orb, and people die and whatever, but it's not really... I don't know. I don't think it's that great. Oh my gosh, yes! For once, I don't get destroyed by doing an animation. Also, I'm gonna try using my soul spear. Not soul spear, sorry. I'm gonna try using my sword. That was nice. I do enjoy that quite a bit, but that's for naught anyway. I don't know if this is the part where you guys will tell me that, okay, it's beginning and my suffering is starting in earnest. I don't think I'm at the suffering point yet, but I can totally see how this might escalate pretty quickly. Those skeletons, or sorry, hollows are rather fast, and I think that's going to probably be problematic later down the line. Okay. I wonder if there's a way I can shortcut any further, because killing all those guys every time is a little suboptimal. And you know, as I say that, why don't I just go ahead and run through and see where that leads us? Yeah, really, any spammable range attack makes these games easy. Yeah, I think you're onto something, man. I think the fact that I can have just 48 shadow orbs at a given time, I don't know, yeah, definitely suboptimal. Okay, let's see, how are we doing here? Okay, so far we're doing all right. They're not following us too intensely. So long as they don't follow me down here, I think we're okay. And I'm going to give it another shot with the dark orbs. This time around, I'm not worried about it too much. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. That really is unfortunate. Were there 3 of them to begin with? Okay, Crit Multiplier is criticizing the idea of doing my run through. I think it actually was sort of successful up until a point there, so we're gonna give that another shot. Okay, you're making progress. Natalia doesn't respawn. Okay, that's good. I'm assuming you're talking about the thing that I impale. So that's groovy. We have 6 or 4 more of those consumables left. So we'll see. There were always 3. Yes, as crit multiplier. Yeah, I guess that's unfortunate. That's all right though. Let's give it another shot. All right. Also, interesting to note, we have 6 voices with us here today. Usually, or at least like in the past, we've reached pretty great numbers. I suspect that the fact that I've been doing these streams about once a week probably is not helping the algorithm at this time. But that's all right. Ultimately, the most meaningful voices are still behind here, since you guys are pretty much the only ones who've really spoken. So I'm very happy y'all are still here with us. I am not smart, actually. Okay, never was. Oh, there's an item. I'm gonna have to pick that up. I'm assuming once we get all pieces of that item, it's all of those. Once we get all those items, we're gonna be able to put the soul back together, and that's when we're gonna have all the 6 pieces. All right, this is beginning. I have a feeling this will take a second, so I should probably lock in. You know, how about that? I'm gonna use a human effigy. This time around, I actually will kill my enemies, and I'll have enough health to do it. I think that's only fair. Okay. Have you guys been watching any movies lately, or books, or any kind of media that you'd recommend me? I've been reading Worm lately, the massive web novel. Really good stuff. I can't recommend enough, actually. I'm shocked that it's somebody just like sat down and made it in 2 years. Honestly, kind of unbelievable. If you've heard of it, at this point I've mentioned it maybe twice. Great stuff. It is like 1.7 million words, so it's quite a read. But it all really comes together, and I mean, for a web novel, just can't recommend enough. This room is hard. Gotta go about it smart, says Crit Multiplier. I'll do my very best, friend. Thank you. We'll give that a shot. Okay. Alright, 1, 2, 3. the Dark Orb might be actually kind of helpful here, because I don't think I can consistently get through this room without running out of Dark Orbs, so it's not like I'm going to be just beating the entire game with Dark Orbs. But they do make life a little easier. It's, yeah, it'd be kind of foolish, I think, to not use them. I think 48 is too much, though, so we're going to stay away from that. Okay. Alright. But yeah, no, you guys, any media recommendations? I'm genuinely curious what you guys have been enjoying lately. Any films, any books, any even songs. I'd love to see what y'all are up to. Okay, so here's my thinking. So we're going to descend down, and I should try to stay out of aggro of at least one of them, if that's an option. I'm going to descend down, and if it's an option that I can stay out of aggro, then I will just bait one of them here. Okay. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's done. That's good. Come on, get out of the snow. Good, good. Sorry, not the snow. The ashes. I do love how these games have ash environments. I'm thinking especially about Dark Souls 3 and how Dark Souls 3 has a, you know, an entire landscape covered in ash at the very ending. I mean, I'm assuming all of you have played Dark Souls 3 at this point, so not really much of a spoiler, but I do think in terms of like environment designs, just pure environment designs, Dark Souls 3 for me takes the cake just based on the intricacy of the environments. Like those really do feel like you are marching through a painting, a very dark, fantastic painting that you really can't get anywhere else. But this one so far has felt nice and just its vibe being very, I guess, grounded. Like the world of Dark Souls 2 feels like, I guess in some ways a more fantastical dark fantasy in a way that neither Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 3 is, to me at least. That's how it feels in some ways. Well, actually, now I'm thinking about it, Dark Souls 1 I think has more whimsical elements in it, or at least seeing them first time around. Dark Souls 1, like say the design of the basilisk, seeing that the first time was like, oh wow. I mean, that's as whimsical dark fantasy as you can really get. And ever since then, I guess the other games have kind of just copied that to a degree. But I don't know, maybe that's just my take on it. But curious what you all think about. Yeah, how does Dark Souls 2 for you all differ from Dark Souls 3? Because I hear a lot of this, the statements that Dark Souls 2 is ultimately the best Dark Souls game, at least according to my chat, according to the voices. So please, I'd love to hear y'all's opinions. Crit Multiplier says nothing new at the moment. Sadly, rewatched some things lately. Okay, nice. Well, I'm glad you're watching stuff. I feel like rewatching old media is, I feel like totally valid, because every time you watch something, you still get something new out of it. If perhaps, like, I don't know, I feel like there's too much of a stigma around like not consuming new media in our culture, where like, you know, replaying the same From Software game might be seen, I think, by a greater public as like, why are you doing that? Why aren't you doing something new? But at the same time, I feel like it is like you are getting way more out of that one piece of media in a way, to a depth and a degree that I don't think you could really just on your first or even second or third experience. It's like, I don't know, I had a Sherlock Holmes professor in my high school. No, sorry, not high school, it's not in my college. And she just read Sherlock every single time, like every single story that we did for the class, every semester. And that's kind of insane to think about, but she just loved it so much that she didn't mind rereading the whole story again and again and again. And her understanding really like was very deep of it, and I think she was getting things out of that narrative that I think just most people, I guess, don't, even on their like 10th reading. So I don't know, I think it's totally valid to play the same thing over and over, or watch the same thing over and over. Yeah. Okay, also, just something to note. We are We're descending further and further, and this sure looks like a door that I could do something with, right? Nice, nice. Love to see that. It's rare when these games actually give you that treat of opening a door. Those are the best moments. Although it does worry me that there isn't anything immediately ahead. Okay. But you know, I asked earlier, so like, what exactly is it about Dark Souls 2 that separates it for you from the other from software games? So please, I'd love to know if any of y'all have any answers on that. Also, yes, okay, Crit Multiplier answered the question. Let me see. Soul Vessel. What is a Soul Vessel? I probably should look that up. Also, what? Is my armor tearing? Is this a thing? You guys, wait, was it always like this? Surely it wasn't always like this. Has it been? If I don't know, maybe are we looking at dynamic tearing, or am I just blind? Okay, we'll see. Also, if you actually, I don't know, I feel like the way you use the word blind is a little problematic, and I should probably push back away from that. But I don't know, yeah, we'll see. Might talk a little more about that in a second. So yeah, let me see what Crit Multiplier says about their experience with the game. Also, this is probably where we're going to go next. Crit Multiplier says, the Dark Souls game you started with is usually the best. I like Dark Souls 2 because it respects my skill and thought process. If I fall, it's almost always just on me, and I like the way Dark Souls 2 enforces punishment for being foolish. It has the most punishing stamina consumption and degrades your HP with every death. I love it. I like that. You're so onto it though. Okay, I'm gonna say more on that. I'm looking right now at my stream. It looks like it's buffering quite a bit. I sincerely hope that's not something y'all are experiencing. We'll see. Okay, I'm moving on. All right. What is that? What are you? Okay. Are you gonna explode? You should explode. You feel like an explosive character. Okay, so they're not gonna explode. Unless they explode only when I come close. We'll see. Oh, they do explode. Very nice. Okay, nice. Very cool. Crit Multiplier says, if you break your armor, it should degrade, but otherwise, no, I think. That's interesting. Okay. I'm assuming it was an intentional visual thing from the game. So, well, I know. I guess we'll see. Let me see here. Hunter Valen. Very neat. Hunter Valen, I don't have a lot of spells to fight you with. That's okay. Alright, I guess we're fighting Hunter Valen. Who's Hunter Valen? Is this a YFAT alt account? This could be, in fact, a YFAT alt account. So far, that's been the history. To anyone new here, yes, YFAT has been invading us quite a bit, but also assisting us, so that's nice. And Crit, I am going to talk a bit more about what you just said regarding Dark Souls. I'm just getting a little situated in this environment. Okay. Where is Hunter Valen? I'll tell you what, while we're searching for Hunter Valen, I might as well address what you just said. So, the idea of this being the most punishing game and therefore also being the best as a result, I don't think I've heard that as a praise of these games, but I do think that's cool. Okay, never mind. Let's get to this man. Okay, Hunter Valen. Are you a player? Oh my gosh, Hunter Valen, you're a beast. But I'm a wizard. Okay, you kind of feel like a player to me. Just a little bit. Let's see. Okay. Since we didn't have an honorable greeting, I am treating you as an NPC. To be fair, that does actually kind of feel player-like, that behavior. Okay, Hunter Valen. Okay, alright. I know not if this is a guy. We'll see. Oh. Understandable. I think that was a player, you guys. Do y'all think that was a player? Oh man, my stream is really lagging. That's very, very big delay here. If it's an issue for any of y'all let me know. A little laggy for me, sadly, but I hope I'm the only one. It is a little laggy. I don't know what's causing that. If you guys have any tips on what I can do to improve the buffering of the stream, please let me know. I hope there is a way we can easily resolve this. Okay, I'm just gonna keep descending and hope that you guys catch up soon. But yeah, in terms of punishment, yeah, I guess like the whole mechanic of the health bar actually like degrading the more you die is, I mean, it's pretty brutal, and there's a lot of already like I can very much see there's a lot of ways in which this game does let you make it difficult without really having to. Oh, that felt really nice. Without having to do too much like externally from the game, since I mean, you start out and it already has a ring for you that just makes the game more difficult, which is interesting. Well, that's a good answer, though. I appreciate you sharing that. I think that can actually help me get some perspective on what it is about Dark Souls 2 that really gets to people. At the same time, I can totally see like that criticism of it like being too difficult. But you know how that kind of thing is treated in this community, saying that these games are too difficult. Okay, here. I think for me, definitely the backstabs. So far, that's been just a utter delight. Every backstab in this game is just peak. Feels so good, you know, like every time just stabbing an enemy, there's always a crazy animation. Okay, come on, come on. Yes, 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 perfect. Come on, come on, come on. Let's see here. So, just to like say how much lag I'm seeing from the stream right now, I'm looking over at my second monitor with the stream, and I can't believe I did that. I'm so sorry. That's really unfortunate. My bad. Saying just how much lag I'm seeing from the stream. I'm currently still fighting the invader, and I just used my sword, which was kind of in the middle of the fight. So that's you guys are a little behind, quite a bit behind, unfortunately. What I need to do is I need to get something that lets me plug in an Ethernet cable into my computer, and that's going to make these streams a lot smoother, I think, in the future. But I currently don't have one of those, so that's okay. We'll get it figured out next time. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I do wonder if that was YFAT. YFAT has been pretty quiet lately. It's been mostly crit talking. Okay. I have to remember that I can actually use my sword. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, I am a little too reckless here. Although I didn't even come close to dying there, I should still be careful. Okay. 1, 2, 3. It does feel like I'm just counting their deaths in a way, you know, like once I count to 3, they perish. It's almost like there's a verbal component to my murder of these hollows. Counting to 3 is satisfying and reassuring because it does provide me with a certainty that these people are gonna like perish at my blade. Crit Multiplier says, "Ooh, certainly YFAT." Yeah, I feel like it's plausible. YFAT, if it is you, next time that guy's invading and you don't say anything, it's confirmed that it's you. I will take it as a complete confirmation. And so now I actually know how to descend down here in theory without getting utterly destroyed. So let me give it a shot. So take this one out as previously. Then the other one I'm gonna stab to death with my sword. 1, 2, 3. Alright, pop a life gem. Backstab. Perfect. And we are basically good to go, or at least to keep going. Yeah, not much was lost. I think this time around I can just keep going right here. Hello everyone. Everyone joining the chat, joining the voices. Very happy to have you all here, friends. I'm curious, how are you all finding the stream? It's always a mystery to me who ends up joining and for what reason. Well, that was way more satisfying than last time. We're gonna just keep doing that. I think the Soul Spear is the way to go in this area. Is there an item down there? I don't see why why the flaming thing is there. That's okay though. All right. So let's hope for another Soul Spear moment. Beautiful. What a beautiful spell. This is why we're not only investing in hexes. Is that a lever? Did I see a lever? No, it's not a lever. But that is something. Perhaps for another time. YFAT says I return. Makes me wonder what YFAT's been up to. YFAT, were you in fact the invader? Wish to know. Also, man, I just died in the stream. That's how far we're back. But it doesn't look like I'm lagging anymore. Oh, wait. No, never mind. I caught up, and I'm not that far behind, so we're okay. Yeah, YFAT. If that ain't you, dude, you're doing a great job keeping up the mystery lol. It says Crit Multiplier. Nice. Okay, we're just gonna stab this man. Get the souls back. We're so set. 1. Okay, am I gonna die to this guy again? No, I'm not this. No! I am so out of stamina. Okay. You know, that was too close for comfort, friends. That was a little too much. We're gonna be much more careful. And notably, so far this area isn't terrible, but you guys have been hyping it up in a pretty evil way, so I'm dreading whatever's around the corner. Well, not much to dread there, actually. Huh, okay, nice. I'm glad that was the best thing that could have been around the corner. And you know what? I'm going to quickly travel back to Majula, and I'm going to upgrade 1 strength, and I believe that's going to make it so that I can actually one-shot my enemies with a backstab, which is going to be crazy. That would be... What a delightful thing that would be. Can you all imagine? Here. 1 strength. Yes. 1 strength. That's the way to go. You know what? This Iron Keep, I think, or sorry, whatever the what do you call it? The vacuum tower, the broom tower, the mop tower. I have a feeling we're gonna do just fine. Yeah, that's my prediction. Mark my words. Until I suffer. Yes. Okay, but the journey continues, and there we are. Okay. Not much progress lost. Perfect. Man, I am running out of tea. That'll be difficult to deal with later. Okay. And this room looks very much like a trap. Is this not the same contraption that just breathes fire? I wonder what happened here, huh? Okay. Well, we continue on. It's kind of strange being a wizard. It's I'm actually realizing, wait, am I like a knight now? You guys, I think I've made a grave error. I don't think I'm supposed to be a knight. And although it is kind of, I mean, man, the armor is nice though. What do y'all think? Do y'all think I should keep my armor on, or should I fulfill the aesthetic? Because I'm definitely not fulfilling the wizard aesthetic. If anything, I feel kind of like Shrek. Maybe a knight. To anyone new, we have had conversations in the past about what is the opposite of a wizard. Is it the knight? Is it the paladin? Well, we've established that it's the paladin, although for a while I did think it was the knight. So, with all that in mind, I guess, I think maybe it became a little easier to fulfill, or to partake in the knightly aesthetic, knowing that it's not the opposite of a wizard. I definitely am not going to be casting any miracles anytime soon, at least. I don't want to go down that route. Whatever that is down there, a little dreading it, but that's okay. We've faced worse foes, I suspect. Hello there, Barrel. Goodbye. Okay. And you know, this is another one of those moments where I, as a wizard, have to ask myself, what am I doing here? What am I doing in the Brume Tower? I've been directed here by the voices. Had I not been directed here by the voices, I simply wouldn't be here. I would never have found this place. Well, this is very ominous. Neat. Okay. But no, we continue on. You know, maybe a realization with being a wizard is that although there's a great temptation to fulfill your aesthetic and to be the cover art wizard, the one with a big pointy hat and a robe, it's still not that practical, actually. Like, despite everything, you know, I actually posted a meme recently, like, oh, wizard fashion throughout the ages and knight fashion throughout the ages. And the knight fashion is adapting and it's changing. Meanwhile, the wizard is a very static aesthetic where you just wear a robe and have a beard and a pointy hat and cast spells. And that feels like actually a great limitation, even though wizards wear that label with pride, now that I'm thinking about it. You know, yeah, the idea that, oh yeah, we are so unchanging and eternal because we found perfection. In a way, I would say the wizard aesthetic has some perfect elements to it. I think, perfect is a rough word. It does have something about it that, like, speaks to, I guess, to many audiences and many generations. And I suspect it is, in part, the image of an old man, which in our culture is, like, so venerated. But it is also, I think, in some ways impractical. You know, as I'm wearing armor, I'm realizing that, you know, there are ways to be a wizard that don't conform to that image. But then are you even a wizard then? So it just, I guess it is a confusing thing. I'm going to go down this ladder now. We're going to go down this ladder. Pardon my rant there. I do enjoy when it happens, and that was a flow that I wanted to keep. Okay, or keep going. Okay. What is everyone saying? Crit Multiplier says tank wizard is an option. Just a bit unsettling. Yeah, that's true. I guess, yeah, it is. It doesn't quite conform to the image of the wizard, which is strange, I suppose. You're right. Wyfet says, one of my favorite builds in these games is Ongabonga, Caveman Wizard. Really now? Huh. The DLCs are supposed to get harder with each one. Well, okay, that was kind of a non sequitur there, but that was a very ominous thing to hear, admittedly. Okay, we're not going to do that. We are maybe going to cast some spells and see where it takes me. Yeah, I feel like there's literally no reason for me to just jump down. And I am two-shotting these people with my Dark Orb. Why is that? Something just changed. I was three-shotting them earlier. Okay, let's reevaluate this area. So we have a guy up there on the top. We have, oh, the statue thing. Oh, the barrel, of course. I bet you, if had I not seen this barrel, oh no, the barrel would have been my end. We're okay though. 1, 2. Oh, that's not good. That really sucks. Okay, 1. And that's all it took. It took 1 firebomb to kill me. Okay. Alright, there's some strategy needed in that room, and I think we're kind of getting there. I don't think it's going to be particularly difficult to get back there, because I think it's right here. But either way, that's fascinating. We came from here. Right, we're not going to go that way. Preferably. Okay, what are we're working with? Okay, I do remember my way back for sure. Wi-Fi says you can upgrade your robes. That's true, I could do that. But the issue is that my robes right now, I don't particularly care about. They don't seem like the kind of robes that are really worth investing in very much. Because the robes I found are kind of trashy. They're very, like, junkyard wizard robes, you know? Like, even the one that I'm wearing right now is, like... Look at how dirty it is. It's, like... I mean, I guess a wizard should have a little bit of, like, that grease on him to signify, like, worldliness, but... I don't know. I don't think it's the optimal aesthetic that we can be pursuing, so... We'll see. I almost just walked off there in my monologuing. So yeah, I gotta be careful. Watch yourself. Yes. Welcome to the death room, says YFAT. Thank you, YFAT. I appreciate you welcoming me to the death room. Okay, I'm going to do the thing again. The satisfaction of that. I'm not even like upset about like using a spear there. Sorry, my spear. No! That's not what I meant to do. Not at all. The death room is aptly named. Okay, well, I guess something to note is I don't know. I'm gonna have to not step on that platform. Yeah, I think that's the big lesson there. But I can speedrun my way back. I know exactly where to go now. Ignore that little misturn there that just happened. But yeah, we're just gonna head right back there. Okay. Orb. Damn it. Okay. The orb will carry us through this hell. Curious, how long do you expect this DLC to take at this rate? Am I going at a pace that is acceptable, or are y'all impatient at this time? Just the beauty of that, look at that. Like, it's like I'm casting Fireball without actually affiliating myself with those kinds of spells. Yeah, but no, Pyromancy is not for me, but that felt pretty good. Okay, here, come to me, come to me. 1, 2. Am I doing more damage to them because I'm hitting them from the top? That feels right. 1. Okay. Huh, so here's my thinking. We run straight to that thing, we put it out, then I guess I'm gonna try to backstab the archer after dodging the man with the giant club. And hopefully not get attacked by the guy with the axes. I think he's probably gonna drop down the second I get to the fire statue. All right, and I guess in the name of that one guy, the Jenkins fella, let's get down here. Come on, come on! Yes, yes! Die, smelter wedge. Okay, 1. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Okay, yeah, come to me all the way across the room. I'm gonna kill this man. 1, 2, 3. Yes, that's done. That's not done yet. I have a feeling this might be where it ends. And I was right. But now we don't have to worry about the fire demon anymore. Which makes me think we can now target the guy with the big club alone first. And my name's not Merlin. Okay, sorry. Criminal Spire says, at least we have to suffer with you with the constant buffering. Haha. Yeah, that room is my bane, and my bane is not Merlin. Yeah, well, thank you all for bearing with the constant buffering. I don't know what's up with that. That's happened to us, I think, maybe once before, from what I recall, and that was very unfortunate. It is deeply disturbing to me that it happens. But you know what? How about we make some lore for it? What is the buffering effect? You know what? Yeah, that signifies that there's some kind of a medium happening. There is a medium between us and the. Yeah, I guess just between us. You are watching the stream, and the stream itself is like there's a separation between my head and the voices. And so why is it that this place is causing the voices to delay? It's not necessarily the computer here. I think it could very well be something else. It could very well be the nature of this location. And also, just to note, if YFAT doesn't say anything during this boss fight, not the boss fight, sorry, well, that's what it can often feel like during this fight, I suspect he is, in fact, the guy who's invading us. I'm using an effigy to make sure that I am at least on my top performance as this man arrives. If y'all didn't notice, we are being invaded now. Oh, goodness. Okay, what do I have? Alright. I think... yeah, okay, I have a good feeling about this. It's always so nerve-wracking, you know? Oh, there he is. Okay. That's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to do. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Can I can't. I keep using the wrong staff. That's unfortunate. Okay, I do like the doorways. The doorways are a nice bonus. Damn. Oh. Can he just go up? Dude, I am not going there. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. You better not even try that. Come on, bro. I'm not fucking going there. You... I mean, he know... Oh. Okay, you know what? Tell you what. I'll make it... I'll make it slightly easier for you. I'm going to go back here. I'm not going to try to camp you. I think it's only fair that I back the hell away the same way you come back here. Ah, yes, I see. Can I parry that, actually? I can parry that. Good fight, friend. Good fight. That might have been my first PvP parry. Okay. Usually YFAT attacks with absolutely massive weapons. The parrying is not an option. But that felt parryable, so life is good. Okay. You guys know the catharsis of parrying someone in PvP? That was immaculate, I have to say. Okay. And also, Wi-Fi didn't say anything in the chat, so we have a good feeling. That that was in fact Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi, it's just canon now. You are that guy. Good fight, friend. Thank you for joining. Kurt Multiplier says, yeah, once just the internet connection being silly. Oh, I mean, what is this? Nadalis power might be the cause, or Wi-Fi. He's also quite the presence. Yeah, I think perhaps it is Wi-Fi. Perhaps we should blame the connection on Wi-Fi. It seems like a fair thing to do. Okay. And Wi-Fi is still not here, which, you know, is suspicious for sure. Okay, you gotta somehow get the right angle, and that'll make all the difference. So for some reason now I'm not two-shotting them, which is unfortunate, which just makes me wonder, why is that the case? Did something change? I don't think so. Okay. And you know what? I should come down a little bit. Come on, notice me. And now I'm gonna get the other ones, yes. And you know, this is always, as always, there's a good time to say this. This is the most people who've had here for a while. So my 5 goals, I as a wizard have 5 goals in the realm of Drangleic, and I suppose y'all should be aware of them. Many of y'all have heard of them before, but number 1 is I am trying to regain my memories of my past life. You know, I'm pretty sure I was a wizard once. At this point, we know I was once a necromancer. I was I guess I've partaken in regicide. This has happened before, even before the Iron King. But that was a while back. You know, just, yeah, trying to regain my memories. That's 1 goal. 2 is I'm trying to find a friend in this realm. And so far, despite our adversarialness, Wi-Fi's been a pretty great friend so far, despite our battles many times. So just yeah, no, something to consider there. And then we also have the goal of getting a cool hat for the wizard aesthetic. That's kind of essential in a way, at least to being a wizard, from what I've thought it means to be a wizard. And also, before I even go on that, I should focus on this guy. Can I pull this lever? Am I gonna get killed for it? I didn't get killed for it. In fact, I was rewarded for it with invulnerability. I sure hope I didn't just like let in several enemies, because that would be truly unfortunate. Okay, 1. You have a lot of health, friend. Like, a lot of health. Functionally a boss fight. Maybe if I draw you out into this room, that'll be less of an issue. And also, let's just talk a little bit about his design. Is he headless? He is headless. Wow. I like that skull on his shoulder. Oh, he's not that great with his knees. 1, 3, 4. Okay. Let's now hope he doesn't respawn. If he does, that was perhaps a waste of time. But until then, that was a success. Yes. Huh. Now, what was I saying? Yes, I was talking about my goals. So yeah, as I was saying before, memories, getting a friend, finding a cool wizard hat, finding cool spells. That's actually another goal, which honestly can be just combined with oh my gosh, what are you? What are you? I don't like you. I mean, you're cool as hell, but I don't want to risk even contacting you. I'm dead. No, yes, I'm not dead. As planned. No, okay, that wasn't actually, I lied. It was never planned. It was a miracle that I lived that long. Sometimes when these monologues happen, it does become admittedly a little difficult to focus on what's happening. But no excuses. That was certainly my own fault. Now the only question is, does the thing respawn? And do I have to open the door each time? It does respawn. Okay, I was so eager to say it doesn't respawn. It does in fact respawn. Well, you guys know what that means? That means we're probably going to run past him, because we've already proven that we've beaten the room once. And yeah, I guess literally just gonna do that now. So gotta have a nice life jam. Probably should have actually waited, but that's okay. Crit Monster says, "Oh my god, baby's first parry attempt. Thank you. Well played. YFAT has to stomach that parry long." Oh, fair enough. Thank you, Crit Multiplier. Okay, we're just going straight for it. Grabbing that, running further. Oh, human effigy? Hell yeah. Gotta grab the human effigy whenever there's a chance. Oh my gosh. I have a small feeling that running past these people was a mistake to a degree. Whoa. Okay. So this is not sustainable. The death room was beaten, ... says Crit Multiplier. I'm assuming that's because it looked like I had beaten the death room. The death room was not beaten. It looks like the death room will have to be... Well, tell you what, I'm going to try running past them again. But this time I'm actually going to fight the ones that chase me. I'm assuming the big guy isn't going to chase me. I think the big guy is the one thing that like has made it problematic. I'm deeply disappointed that he lives still. But that's okay. Don't explode. Okay. We are once again over here. And I am going to start using my spells. I'm not being chased? Actually? Oh! For sure. Thank you. Okay, 1, 2, never mind. Super cool. You're a hell of a thing. Okay, that's a wonderful combo. I do like the moveset of this creature. I just don't like that it's being done on me. Okay, let me give it another shot. I like that. That's really cool. I just it's a little hard to predict. Can I? No! This is the one thing we didn't want to happen. Come on, don't follow me. Like, you're better than that. Okay, 1, 2. Damn it! Okay. Well, I did feel kind of cool for being able to chain my soul spears there for a second. But that's okay. We're good. I'm trying to think. Does this place evoke any memories for me as a wizard? I guess I remember a lot of ashes after sieging that one king, but that, I mean, that was a long time ago. I'll think more on that, although maybe I could share some in a bit. Crit Multiplier says, but the outside is just as scary. Thank you. Yeah, I guess so. That's what it feels like. Yeah, the falling over part of some enemies is always the best aspect of any Souls game. Not just enough to carry me. just not enough to carry me. Oh, I see. Pain. All right, well, we're going to do that again. And you know what? I'm actually going to treat myself. I'm going to treat myself to a human effigy. We've beaten the death room. I think I get a human effigy, you know? Every now and then. Just gotta do it. All right. And a life gem. And we're golden. We're golden. We're running. Perfectly dodged, as intended. Don't follow me. Nobody follow me out here. They're following me. That's really cool. I guess I have no option but to keep my distance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyone behind me? Nobody behind me. Not really. So that's good. So the second this guy falls over is when I get a good chance to actually get some damage in. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, we're getting this. We're getting this. The giant guy is following me. We're gonna ignore that. There are a few things as ominous as a headless man the size of a house following you around with the intent to murder. Also spitting lava. That's cool. Alright, am I gonna one-shot him? I didn't one-shot him. I didn't one-shot him. The upgrade was for naught. And there are more skeletons! Okay, that's... no. This is the way it ends. We'll see. Okay, Crit Monster says, huh? Ash, what have you burnt? Was the fire actually always a part of the wizard's journey?